I've been watching Sotheby's grab market share. I feel like I see it everywhere, and I want to know, like, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah.
It's like the $1 million question. So we've been a foundational brokerage up around the lake for a long time, almost 15 years, which is big for a brokerage. There became a huge need for a higher level experience down in the Reno market. And so we've really focused the last couple of years on how do we provide that space for our advisors to have that high level experience for their own business and also for their clients. What does that look like in the actual office space itself? What type of services do we want to enhance? All different things kind of came together over the last 2 years, I'd say, and we're finally here.
It sounds like it's been really intentional.
It has. Everything about it has been intentional, which takes time. You can't, one thing we've learned is you can't race through this. You can't say, oh, we want to set up shop out in Arrow Creek. We want to be closer to, you can't, you just can't live that way in real estate. It has to take time. So again, when we looked for this space, which we looked for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Multiple, checking all these different, you know, we entertained being out by Mayberry at one point. We looked at how do we stay close to the golf communities, and at the end of the day, it came down to finding this amazing footprint. So here, second story of the Charles Schwab building.
It is amazing here.
10,000 square feet, which is needed, as you've seen when you've walked through. It's packed. We have, you know, we have space for everything that the advisors need. But it was very intentional in finding the right location, making sure we could build it out to our standards and not have to cut corners. That's something that we believe in all the Sotheby's International Realty companies, but especially here at Sierra. The way our offices are set up for our advisors, the clients feel that, our vendors feel that, and that really sets the stage for this higher level experience, which is what we were set out to do.
It feels high level.
Good.
Walking around here just now, I was like, wow.
Nailed it.
And the energy is like so clean and good.
Yep. That's one thing too. If you build it, they will come. And we believe in that. So when you have a space that people want to come to every day, they're excited to get in. We have the snacks. We have the, you know, amazing little nooks that they can work in. They all have great offices. And then more so when we're holding our company sales meetings, this place is packed. Everyone stays because the energy is just so much of, you know, what deals do you have going on? Or, hey, I just saw your marketing on that property. How's it going? So the collaboration has been just a game changer, especially for the Reno advisors. It's been great.
So it sounds like you've created community, which is not an easy feat amongst people who are, in a sense, competing with each other for the business.
100%. Yeah. And I think that that's come kind of naturally, organically. We have great advisors. Everyone gets along really well. They collaborate more than any company I've been at. And I think the big part of that is when somebody is, when you lift one, you lift all. And so if somebody is talking about a deal or they're struggling with something, everyone realizes like, oh, I have a solution for that. I'm going to just go chat with them.
Oh, that's amazing.
And not wanting to be cut in or, you know, I'll help you for a referral fee. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. It's literally just the better we all look and the more our properties show this high level, the agents show up at a high level, our launch events. So that collaboration, I think, has been huge with keeping the energy just amazing around here.
It's invaluable. It's like, because as in this industry, it can feel very lonely to build your business.
Yeah.
And when there's these pockets of community that you find where it's real, where it's authentic and it's sincere, and the vibes amongst people are that positive, it's a game changer for your career.
Totally. As with vendor relationships, as with the relationships we have with other people that help service our advisors and their clients, you find your people. And I think that's really powerful. You know, a lot of times in real estate, people get, owners get caught up in what we call the numbers game. We are fortunate, we don't have to play the numbers game, so we really get to play the people game. We really get to find like-minded individuals that are going to mesh well with everyone, that catch the vision of what we're all about. And so it's not trying to stick a square peg in a round hole. It's much easier, it's more authentic, and it really does come naturally. So I think that's, you know, beyond everything to be able to provide that for the advisors here, and then more so find the right vendors and help with all the additional teamwork. It's just been really natural.
What an amazing thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my bed one night with Nick,
Yep.
and I've known you for years now,
Yep.
all the way back, like, and I saw an email pop up from you saying, "Hey, let's chat soon," and I was like, "Huh, I wonder what this is gonna be."
Yeah.
And it's something that we've been working on now together for months.
Right.
And I'm so excited to get to be a part of the Sotheby's like family, is what it feels like. But just for the sake of humoring my ego,
Yes.
why did you reach out to me?
So that's a great question. So I've been watching you, and that's something that I think well, for one, I love to do. Like, if you have a boyfriend that you want me to find from 1992, I will find him.
I don't want to see any of them.
I know, but I can.
Thanks for the offer.
So I do spend a lot of time online learning people as much as I can if I don't physically know them. So you and I have done deals together in the past, but sometimes when you're in a deal with any sort, you know, whatever vendor it is or whatever lender it is, that's a business. So I never really got the opportunity to learn more about you, learn your personality. And then I remember we were both on a JSX flight. I think both of us were taking our kids down to Disneyland, and I was like, oh my, that's that Shivani girl. Like, I remember doing a deal with her. I
was so pregnant.
You were very pregnant with your daughter. You were very pregnant. And I had my daughter who was a couple years old, and I was like, what are you doing? Why, we're gonna have more kids? What did we do? But I remember when I saw you on the plane, I went to your Instagram, and I think I like friend requested you then, because I didn't really follow you. Once I started following you, I was like, oh my gosh, there's this whole world that's not just about Shivani, the lender, All Western Mortgage, the mortgage company. It was this whole other world of like, hi guys, what are you doing with your business? What are you doing with your day-to-day? Are you taking time for you? And your very personal side of like sharing the day-to-day as a mom, as a wife, as a leader, as a friend. So that's when I really started watching you and what you did, and it has just been huge. I mean, everything you've done in our community for a ton of our advisors, and I know many more people outside of that. I haven't seen that with anyone else. So that's why I was like, hey, I really want to chat, because again, I think finding a relationship for our advisors that then will help their clients has to be so intentional. It can't just be, let's find the biggest mortgage company in the region, because a big part of that is, you know, I trust our agents have relationships, which we value and we trust that, but your energy and what you've brought for yourself to bring that to us was just something I absolutely had to explore.
What you just said, I have to say, like, if you're listening to this, this is a plug for having a brand, by the way, because there's the Sotheby's brand that I've been watching, and I've been watching you, and then you're saying back to me, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
And even though we're orbiting in similar like spaces, if it wasn't for these brands, would we be having this conversation right now?
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And people will say all the time, you know, I don't want to do some of these things that make me feel uncomfortable. And I'm like, but on the other side, the rewards are so huge.
Right.
And also, to speak to what you just said, sometimes you can just put yourself out there for the sake of helping other people, and it's crazy what happens as a result. So I had to take that tangent from what you were saying, because
that's it.
Evidence, exhibit A for having a brand. But when you were talking about watching what I was doing, and as I've been growing over the years, there's been opportunities to align with other brands.
Right.
And it always felt like something just wasn't quite right.
Right.
Because, you know, the lender-realtor relationship has got its own rap and has kind of been pigeonholed in a certain way, and it's not something I really want to do.
Right.
Like, I know that there's a lot of there's a lot of other mortgage companies locally, nationwide.
Yeah.
And I feel strongly there's enough business to go around for everyone. And so I hate the feeling of being commoditized, and I've never wanted to start a partnership based on oh, well, you'll just have access to our agents.
Right.
No, you can't force anyone to work with anyone.
No, it's so much bigger than that. It's so much bigger than that. And I think that's where our industry over these last 5 years, like we are changing so rapidly with, you know, all the stuff in the news, and we won't go down all those rabbit
We
holes.
don't have time to
we don't have
open that
time.
up.
There's not enough time. But finding that uniqueness that's in someone, so similar how you've said, you've entertained partnerships before, as we have. And it comes to this higher level of like, it just clicks. And not just with me. It's not about me as the president and broker here, and it's not about you. It literally is about the bigger vision for both the companies for the next 10 years. Because we are evolving so quick and so many things change where we have to really kind of shift and catch up. And I don't ever want to outgrow a partnership. I want it to always just build and
Evolve
expand,
together.
get better for both sides. And I really saw that with a partnership with you.
That's so exciting. When I had the opportunity to work with Sotheby's advisors locally, and then I've also had the really cool opportunity of connecting and seeing how powerful the Sotheby's network is outside of Reno, which is insane.
Yep.
And it's only landing on me right now. You guys are all truly advisors.
Yes.
Like there is a different positioning of every Sotheby's agent that I've come in contact with not only how they position themselves within their sphere and their market, but the way they carry themselves. And I'm excited to see how that actually like begins from inception with the brokerage.
Right. Being an advisor to us is so much more than, and you know, all realtors work hard, most of them work hard. It is hard to do what we do. But being an advisor is more of that trusted person in your client's life, not just the, let me go on Zillow and find who's going to get to this house first because I want to see it in 42 minutes. We are so much different than that. We want to be the trusted advisor in our client's life for the lifetime of their home ownership. And so really positioning and making sure that all the marketing we do, the vendors we align with, the partnerships we have, has that focus on the advisor spirit instead of just a very, you know, quick, I just need them transactional, which, you know, Reno is, it's a, what we'd consider a metro, they call it metro.
Us?
Oh, it's so funny. They call it a metro market. I'm like, no, it's Reno.
Yeah, it's just
so
Reno.
It is the city, but it's definitely not metro. But we do a lot of transactions, but every one of those transactions shouldn't be transactional. Even if it's a, you know, $300,000 first-time home buyer, we want our advisors to be the main person they call anytime something comes up with that home, anytime they're thinking of investing elsewhere, curious about their value. You always go back to your advisor, just like you would with your CPA, with your personal financial advisor, with...
They become like a consultant.
Yes, they're a part of your portfolio.
Yeah.
And same with like insurance. You know, I've had my same insurance guy forever and ever, and we're at this level now where we can banter with each other and
where you text him if you crash before your husband.
100%, and he just knows like, I got you, Jenny. It's gonna be fine. Do this. That's the relationship that all Sotheby's International Realty advisors form with their clients. That's huge for us.
I've been talking a lot about housing affordability and how it's connected to people's mental health. And they did a study on it, and they actually linked housing affordability so strongly to people's outlook on life that it should be considered a health equity issue.
Oh, wow.
And so the role that we play as realtors, lenders, anyone involved in this real estate thing, it is called the American dream for a reason. Like, we are playing such a pivotal role. And I actually just had a troll on one of my videos being like, you can't take yourself that seriously. And I'm like, no, I actually do. Like, I really think that the service we are providing in America, what we are guiding people towards, is such a big deal. But it also means then that we need help. Like, we need coaching. We need to make sure that we have a support system. And so when you said that you were open to incorporating that in this partnership, I was like, sign me up. Because I already have close relationships with the agents here, but to be able to help more advisors understand the impact of the work they do, and to, I mean, there was so many things that we could help them do and avoid burnout, and enhance their skills.
Right. And as there's so much like coaching in the real estate world is, you can get lost in the weeds and you got to kind of pick personalities. But I think what you've built and where your mindset has been with it, I don't even see it as coaching. It literally is positioning the right people who want to enhance those skills or get in touch with that human side. Because again, we run a business, we handle transactions, but there's emotion, lots of emotion.
Oh, you're involved with people during one of the most vulnerable times of their entire life.
You are in their kitchen the whole transaction. Whether you're physically there or not, you are at their kitchen table. Sometimes you could be sitting in their bedroom listening to them upset. Sometimes they're in there crying tears of joy. You are with that at all the levels, even after the close. And so I think really touching our advisors in a way that's more the human side of it, like you've said, the psychology of how this actually impacts, not step one, do this in your
Make your
CRM.
calls.
Step two, no, it's our advisors. I'm fortunate that we have just such a skilled, amazing group of advisors. They know that. They wouldn't be with our company if they didn't know that. So providing this layer that I have not found with anyone else as a part of their business, which will of course impact their business, but it's such a human side that I haven't seen anyone do.
So speaking of being the brokerage for the more elevated advisors who have experience, who've already reached a certain level of success in their careers, they probably already have relationships, including a lender that they work with.
Yeah, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. We fully support the relationships that our advisors have built over years. A lot of them are lenders they've used consistently and they have very tight knit, they kind of know how each other work. We love that, we're all about that. With this, it's adding an additional layer of being able to be exposed to what you offer, what your brokerage offers, and then again, that added layer of really coaching these clients through home ownership in a different way than is just a standard sign here, do this.
I totally respect that because I always think about other lenders contacting the realtors that I've been working with forever, right? And thinking like, I don't want them saying like slimy, applying a ton of pressure.
Yeah.
Like I always respect a relationship that an agent has with another lender because that's probably been built with the same amount of effort that I've built my relationships.
Right.
And it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to be able to offer additional support because All Western does have a super deep product menu. That's why I've aligned my brand with theirs. There's really cool things we can do to offer financing for people to avoid contingencies, or at the other end of the spectrum, to get people into homes that wouldn't have qualified in other ways.
Right.
And it's just exciting to help everyone from a first-time home buyer to a luxury jumbo loan client who got turned down because they started making money in too many complicated ways. And I'm confident in our ability to offer all that stuff, but what I'm most excited about is getting to support the agents so that they can better understand behavioral finance and help their clients through that. Because that's a crazy ripple effect that goes out then when you change someone's relationship with money so that they can change their client's relationship with money. I mean, imagine the impacts of what we're starting, Jenny.
Right.
It's going to be huge.
That's exactly it. It's an added layer that I've never seen or felt before, and it's something that we absolutely cannot not be a part of.
I'm so excited to do it.
Are you ready?
Should we go start right now?
Let's do it.
Okay.